Salutations, friends. It's time for the best of 3. Today is another trilogy of games instead of being random. But this time, I have 0 experience with them. And don't you worry, when he gets to the other ones, he's definitely going to watch the recap videos and spoil absolutely everything for himself. Aren't you, bud? Whoa there, V. Spoilers. And you betcha. The original Assassin's Creed trilogy on the PlayStation 3. The Dead Space ones are on the PlayStation 3. I forgot to say that. Oops. Why the PlayStation 3, I hear you ask? Well, because that's what I have them for. Now, with that being said, be warned. I am aware of the poopy frame rate and the not peak aesthetics, but that's okay. You know why? Because I was once a wizard of immeasurable power. That doesn't really have anything to do with it. It reminds me of the good old days when life was simpler. First up is Assassin's Creed. And I must ask the question, how beat this game for only 30 minutes of gameplay? Pretty neato. I wasn't expecting the whole you're actually in modern times and they just plug you into a machine and you go back in time and you're reliving your ancestors. I wish I could do that. I could go back to Atlantis before it sank beneath the sea in the Great War against the old ones. I don't even need to get plugged in the machine. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was scary. I can't say that I'm a fan of stealth games because I can't think of any that I actually played. Ever. And that includes Metal Gear Solid. Don't you worry. I'll be getting to that at some point. But you can color me interested, which is probably orange. The gameplay is pretty good, and I gotta say, I really love the whole gimmick of you being plugged in a computer because it makes things pretty interesting. It's the perfect way to explain a tutorial level and your HUD. You're learning stuff for the first time because you're syncing up with your ancestors. So, it just, I don't know, it's really cool. It's really clever. And your health bar is your sync. I think that's what it's called. Where you're not actually playing right. So you're like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't what that guy did. He didn't die. And it restarts you. That's pretty clever. The music is... I don't remember any music. I'm sure it was probably there in the background, though. So it must have been pretty meh. But I absolutely definitely need to know what the hell is going on. Even though what V said is correct, I'm going to spoil myself with those little recap videos. So, yeah. It's getting good. It definitely is spent upon later. Next up is Assassin's Creed 2. We still play as Desmond. I don't know his last name, kinda, sorta. Because he's the modern time guy, but he's not the past guy. That's Ezio Orlanzo. Or the lady from the first one is busting us out of this joint. Because I guess bad things are happening based on a recap that I watched. And we need to get a bunch of training done in a couple of days. So that's why we're playing as Ezio Archipelago. Words are hard, especially when they're not the one I'm trying to learn. Again, clever as f***. The whole gimmick of plugging yourself in and reliving past life. It's so cool. It's such a neato idea. And I may not like the time period, but I do like Ezio's attitude. I'm not going to make fun of his last name this time. I'm just going to call him Ezio because I can say that word. The graphics are pretty good for the time, but all these people trying to help you look not normal. Scary even. And just as a quick side note, yes, I know there are a lot of these games. Like a lot. And I also know that Ezio Alberto Fettuccini is a fan favorite and apparently has his own trilogy, or yeah, I guess it would be trilogy. I think he has 2 other games aside from 2. I don't know. Maybe Pickles will fix me and show it, or maybe Pickles will just make fun of me. Either way, he's a good boy. You're not Pickles. Get the f*** out of here, Gilden Stern. God damn, I hate that guy. This. Get out of here. But one day, I shall get to the... One day, I shall get to that trilogy as well. The music is pretty good this time around, and the controls are a bit gooder. Although similar to the first one, just gooder this time around. And I absolutely have to know what's going on. It's getting up pretty good, and definitely expand upon later. And finally, we have Assassin's Creed 3. Okie dokie. I was not expecting any of that. But don't you worry. By the time I get around to playing these games for realsies, the Benadryl will have stolen my memories and I won't remember any of it. This time, the game takes place in American colonial times. I don't remember this guy's name. I already forgot. But I beat this game for only 30 minutes of gameplay. It's good. It's still good. The music's pretty neato. And of course, I have to know what the hell is going on. Also, the controls are about the same as Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah. The first one, they were kind of clunky. And then the second one and this one, they smooth like buttered it out. Also, something bad is going to happen here. I don't trust that guy. I believe their faith may be misplaced. It's getting good, and it definitely has been upon later. This one's going to Assassin's Creed 1 because I prefer that time period to the other 2 aesthetically, because they're not wearing stupid puffy clothes. Games that need a remake or remaster or re-release at this point. Fallout 1 and 2, no, they aren't that hard to get your hands on, and no, they're not that hard to play. Most things can just play them. I'm actually just really surprised there isn't like a console version of them. And in a day where Bubsy and Croc get remakes and shinier versions, I'm really surprised that they haven't done that to Fallout 1 and 2. This video is brought to you by me because I made it and my Patreon supporters. If you like what I do and wish to support me, it's only $2. I post stuff over there early and have exclusive shenanigans. As always, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Bye.